Guess who lied, bitches? I mean, I did have some technical difficulties. Um, I do apologize for my voice. My voice is still a little bit. I don't know what's going on with my voice. My voice is like, you know what? I'm gonna do my own thing, which is very funny. It's not, but I'm making it funny. I do apologize. I'm still doing behind the scenes. Okay, that's good. Right. So, why am I not working on my game and why am I working on this? Well, that's because my game needs an anime. Oh god. You good? I just touched the fucking thing. Ugh. All you have to do is just touch something that breaks everything. Oh, I see I made a mistake. Oh boy. Oh, I'm back. Okay. Right. What was I saying? Right, yes. So my because I'm gonna be releasing it hopefully on the 26th of May. I'm gonna need a cutscene for the early like access. I don't want to make it. Oh God! Please, I beg of you, just give me something here. Oh, there we go. Um, I'm currently. All right, sorry. I probably should put my hair back on. No one wants to see bald Kipper. Right. I am currently working on my control rig. My control rig was pretty much done as is. Um, I am just currently doing the last. So all this was controlled by bones. All these. Oh, yeah, a second. It's not too late to yeet you. I will yeet you outside of this. Like, it's fucking cold outside. Maybe some cold air will do you some fucking good, computer. Yeah, how would you feel about that, huh? Yeah, oh, that's what I thought. Um, yeah, by the way, that's how I get my computer to work. I just start threatening it, and it just, it works, Right, anyways, these ones are all controlled by bones and the rotations. What I'm doing is I'm doing something called drive. I mean, technically these ones back here are drivers. Um, they stop my arm from going like too far. But these ones gonna be doing is I don't like how that's outside. You know what? It's fine. I've spent so much time just aligning these. Um, yes, I'm gonna have it so that this one day, one day. Right. This right here. I do apologize for the slow motion. It does, because I am currently live rendering it. It's beautiful. And what I'm gonna have is these yellow ones in the inside. It's gonna be the actual eye itself. Like, so look up, look down, look right, and look left. And then these ones are gonna be the shape keys. Right. So, this one up here is gonna be my blink. This one's gonna be my cheek puff. This is the mouth stretch. This is gonna be the mouth, like smile, like like the smile. And maybe I should do it the other way around. Where this is the stretch, and this one is the smile or frown. And these are gonna be the nose sneers, and this is gonna be the jaw. Right. Anyways, I should get to work. because I am about to drive myself in uni otherwise. Um, what am I doing? How can I just blink? See, this is what happens when I don't have my hot chocolate in the morning. And yes, I have hot chocolate in the morning. I add like cinnamon to. I would have coffee or tea, but I'm only allowed one tea or coffee per day. And I usually do that during like midday, during like lunchtime. Which, to be fair, that is sort of now. But not when I'm streaming. I don't do it when I'm streaming, just in case certain things happen. I mean, I do have my medicine right in front. Um, so I suppose it's just up to me, really. Right, I'm getting distracted. Right, object mode. Right, drivers. Did I just blank out on how to make a driver? God. Oh, I know what, I know what, I know what, I know. It's because I have to parent. If I do it with empty groups, everything should remain the same. Right. Wait, no, it shouldn't do, because it should. No, no, no. I do need to redo the. Oh, so it's the other way around. Hold on, I'm gonna need one for the mouth. I just love how you can see all the eyes. If you want to see like the magic of models, just literally go inside their heads. Why is this not working? Shift alt. No, it shouldn't be shift alt. There you go. Wait, no, I'm doing it the wrong way around. It has to be this way first. How many eyes do I have? Oh, oh, look at that. Not even. Hold on, maybe if I get out of this mode, it might be less memory, less taxing. I think one of these is my Skylar. Right. Love that will parent it all to the head, but I'm too lazy to do that. Parent with empty groups. This might take a second. I know that one. Oh, no, or not. I love why what I think will take a second doesn't actually take a second. Now, if I look at the bones, Yeah, okay, so I've got my control. Oh, I knew what I forgot to fucking do. Alright, I'm gonna do that quickly, because if not, I will fucking forget later. Oh, I'm on the wrong bit now. Lovely. Right. Control. Oh, let me do it in caps, because if not, I will forget. Control. Control. Oh, hey, Scara. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. I'm currently organizing, because if not, I will forget to do it later. Uh, when I say I will, I absolutely will. Control. Control. I'm really bad because I do symmetrize this. I do symmetrize the bones, so I'm really bad for that. I just got out of bed, so I'm making food. Ah, sorry, my brain is like working at 2% for some reason. And I think it's probably because I had so many technical difficulties before streaming. And everything decided to also update, which was a nuisance to society as well. Um, it's one thing I wish more applications have. I know they can't, not without permission, but have like auto updates. Like that's all I want, just simple auto updates so every time I go onto something, it's already the latest version. I don't have to do this whole update thing. God, my life would be so much simpler before. Like, 'cause I absolutely love Steam's auto updates. I have just Steam running in the background, just updating everything I need it to update. So every time I play a game, I'm not sitting there for like 5 fucking years waiting for it to update. Oh, that might be just my ranting and raving. Sorry, I gotta move a second, because my chair is about to explode. No, my chair's not gonna explode. Well, maybe. The way I sit is the most primitive, like crazy monkey shit you ever see. And honestly, if my what's it called? My chair does. How did I forget chair? Oh god, today is not my day. What updates are difficult though? Developers hate it. Oh yeah, if it's for Unreal Engine. I don't mind it for Blender because usually I optimize all my stuff so that when it does update, it has no effect. But if it's fucking Unreal Engine and it auto updates to the next one, it breaks so much of my shit. And when I mean so much, okay. Oh, I wish I could like show you. I'll do it another time, but there are certain code I created in the like engine, but then the next update it's just not needed because either it's automatic or you have to use like a different node. And it drives me up the ante because I'm like, I spent this much time learning how to do all this or like trying to figure out a way to do this for you to say go fuck yourself. I love you, Unreal Engine, but I'm willing to throw myself out the window because of it. Blender does their software really well, but yeah, imagine game engine when purchased. Yeah, it really is bad for game engines. It's not just me. I think I remember seeing a video once because I like to look at other creators. Um, I remember seeing a video on TikTok once of this creator just like crying because they have this game perfectly coming out for release, and then a Unreal Engine update happened, and then they have to redo the whole game before the release. And I'm like, oh, I hope the fuck that doesn't happen to me. Because I will cry. I will. I'm not afraid to anymore. I will do it. God, I am doing so many name changes right now that I'm about to become. Might just change my name to Control. Easy peasy. You know, the only times Blender one breaks is with the geometry, no, geometry, geometry, no, G, geo, no. You know what I mean? The fucking these ones up here. I can't pronounce it, but you know what I'm on about. But the reason for that one breaks is because it's Node. I think it's just anything to do with coding breaks. Because even if you do the script one, that also breaks it as well. Because do you know what a lot of people don't realize is you can fucking code in Blender. So if you I don't know if anyone did the Python like the Python in high school where you have to make like certain things with the turtle. Um, but you can do that in Blender. You can like you can do I can't remember if it's C sharp or if it's Python. But you can create a cube with like the script editing, and it's so funny because a lot of people don't realize this that you can use coding in Blender to create things. You can do it. You can do it. You can make a whole ass fucking I wouldn't say a website, but I'd say like a whole like HTML using Python in this. And people don't know this because it's not meant to be used like that because it is basically I mean it's basically Python. You can do anything you can do in Python, you can do in the scripting era of Blender. And people don't realize this, and I'm like, you guys, you do realize Blender does fucking everything, right? This is why I fell in love with Blender. It's because it's an open source, and I'm like, guys, it's not just for 3D modeling. Like I've actually learning how to use the video editor because actually the video editor in this is super powerful. Because this is actually how I render out my animations. Is I do it as like individual scenes, and then I use the image sequencer in the video editor to then turn it into a video. And holy shit, I didn't realize how powerful the video editor is. So I'm like, I might experiment because I was learning how to use the Resolve DaVinci because I heard that was a really good video editor. But I'm like, I was looking around. I'm like, hold on a second. Blender is actually like you can actually use Blender. It's like people have been saying it's now as equally as good as DaVinci, and I'm like, holy shit! Can I just say I'm just like a pure Blender user? Like when I make my videos, just say pure Blender. I use nothing else but Blender because that's what it's slowly turning out to be. uh, okay, is that all the? Okay, I'm hoping that's all the bloody. No, if I go, hold on, wait, I forgot to do the eye looks. Control underscore. Control. You'll be wondering why I put control and everything. It's just for organization. There you go. Right. Back to pose mode. Looks, I find it funny. It looks like as if I'm like, I've got an infection. Hold on, if I do it to this one. God, I forget how much I love this music. Yeah, look, it looks like I've got like fucking little spots all over my face. It's funny. Obviously, you won't see all this stuff when I do animations, but it's funny to me that I can see it. Uh, right. Looks like it looks fine. The jiggly of the hair. I won't get over that. Actually, no, you know what my favorite one is to move? Of all of my Out of all my like controls, my favorite one is just the root. And the reason why the root is my favorite is this. Look, it bounces. My hold on, maybe I should get a little bit closer. Bloof. Even the hair bounces. Hold on, actually, maybe if I do. Hold on. Bloof. Bloof. I have physics. I mean, it's not actually physics. It's the control rig. So every time like I move my feet, my cloth goes up and down. I love this. I love it. I mean, 'cause it animates itself. Like anytime I'm doing running or jumping, it just animates itself, and it just saves me so much time. But yeah, no, I love doing this because like you can even see like the potion bounce. Sorry, I love this. I could do this all day, and I really shouldn't do this all day because I've got shit to do. Right, I'm getting very distracted, and this happens more times than I'd like to admit. Right. It's like it's like inevitable. Like once you like start making control rigs, it's inevitable that you get distracted. It's like the same with like the hands. I love messing with the hands. Uh, if I do it like let's do it like this, and then I do need to fix the clipping. That's the only thing I really need to fix. And then, but yeah, this is my favorite roll. Like before, I would like when I did my animations, I would do these like the bones individually. And I thought, you know what, I'm gonna save myself some time. Like making a control rig does take a lot of time. And then when I mean a control rig takes a lot of time, it like setting all this up will take weeks, if not like a couple weeks. But once it's all set up, it does all the animating for you. So I don't have to do anything. Yeah, yeah. Like making the A like the IK and like that the raw dog and the rest is what I used to do until I spoke to a friend of mine, well, a recent friend of mine. I've recently been making friends, and we was discussing like about animating because I love. So the one thing I absolutely adore is the circus, the digital circus animations, and I'm like how does like certain people like for example, I don't know if you know this animator called Coda. How does like Coda make animations every single day? Like how is it they make it that quickly? Because boy oh boy, I wish I could make it that quickly. And they're like, oh, they have control rigs. And I'm like, wait, is like, because I know control rigs, because like I know Disney uses them and like other studios. Because I worked with a control rig before. I never made one before, but I worked on one. Like I mean, I worked on one. I mean, I played around like this on one. Um, I was like, is like a control rig's really like that time saving? And they're like, yes, yes. If you want to save yourself like hundreds of time, control rig speed up every like control like yes, it'll take like you a week to make the control rig, but once you have it all set up, you don't have to touch it for years. The only time you'd have to touch it if you add more things to it. And I'm like, shit, I'm gonna have to learn how to make myself a control rig. Yeah, I realized I didn't. I mean, I realized it now because I knew it was a big part of animations, but I didn't realize how important and how much time it saves. Because if I were to be doing animations right now, I would just be going on. I think it's on After Effects. Where are my? Here it is. Da, 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 da. Wait, hold on. Pose. Where's my? Like I would be doing these bones right here. For the animating, like I'll just move, let's say this leg. Uh, oh yeah, this one doesn't move, sorry. I realize the drivers don't move, but it's the control, because I'm making the drivers connected to the controls. So when they are connected, they can't move. So if I do perhaps this one, there we go. Like I would animate like this. And I mean it's like it does save like a little bit of time with the IKs, but it like animating every single bone compared to animating this, especially when it comes to hold on. If I go to my editor. So in this graph editor, if I were to animate something, let's say let's do this and then press I. Oh, wait, let me zoom in because this is not number one. Oh, I love it when my computer does its own thing. And then let's go to like frame 25 and have it so that might look. And then I. A simple graph editor. So when it moves, let me get rid of the bones so you can't see the drivers. If I like with that, it is like one like little thing that I can change here. Let's say let's move this like this. That when it looks, it's a lot quicker. Maybe basically I'm doing an ease out rather than an ease in. But when I do this, it does it automatically, so I don't have to go over the individual little ones. I'm like, holy shit, when it comes to animating, I can actually make my animation smoother for like a lot less time. Because if I wanted to do it before, I would have had to gone over every single bone and then made it like an individual ease out or ease in, whatever, so on and so forth. But in this now, I can animate the interpolation a lot more effectively, and I'm like, shit. I'm like, I'm gonna have to like, because I never really knew how to make control rigs because um, because it was never my area of expertise. I fucked up my. Hold on. I'm just gonna have to go back to my original position of where I was looking. Right. And then look up a little. Okay. And then if I get rid of this, I love it when, to be fair, I am doing two sets of, there we go, and then delete. Right, so now that should be my default position, hopefully. Right, okay, can I get rid of you now? Join down, there we go. Anyways, yes, I'm like, lovely, jubbly. Wait, why did I get an ad about Twitch on Twitch? Oh, that's because, so I have my I have my streams, so it's like warning sexual references, even though there's nothing sexual in it, to say fuck you to ads. Yeah, this is how I feel about ads. And because I found out if you have uh any of the warnings because you get to put like in like your streams, oh, like there's gonna be sexual content talked about in like the stream or something. It sets up a warning, and advertisers can like opt out of advertising on streams like that. And I'm like, get fucked, Twitch. Uh, yeah. So Twitch has no ads to play, so I'm guessing rather than like so because a lot of people are finding out about this, Twitch found out like people weren't getting ads for just having this ticked. So I'm guessing they just put their own ads in there or something. Yeah, I feel like it's because originally I was getting no ads on my stream because, fuck Twitch. Yeah, you heard me, Twitch. Go fuck yourself. And then I feel like Twitch is like, no, 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 we'll still give you ads. We'll give you our ads. Yeah, take that streamer. And I'm like, damn it, close enough. I mean, 'cause it's still only like what, probably like 30 seconds. And I have it so that my ads come like every 3 minutes. What, like once an hour, 3 minutes once an hour. So 30 seconds once an hour. Not bad. It was, 15 seconds. So 15 seconds once an hour. That's fine by me. I like that. Uh, but it's my fuck you because you can't turn off ads, which I feel like really hinders. Like I can understand, like if you're a partner or if you make a certain like viewers, I understand if you can't like you have to have the ads. But for small streamers, it hinders more than it helps. And like the pay on it is disgustingly low. Uh, it was up to me. I'll just get rid of it altogether. But it's not. So I'm finding very sneaky. I wouldn't say work. Yeah, no, I say workarounds. Sneaky workarounds. Right, I'm getting distracted. Right, drivers. Da, da, da. Right. What I need to do. Let's do the blinking first. Uh, Scroll blink. Uh, Shit, I've forgotten how to do this. Quick, look away. Oh, that's my thing up. What's this? Right, no, I'm too busy. Hold on. Right, let me get the cursor out the way because the 3D cursor is getting on my nerves. Uh, I did this once upon a time, so long ago. But I've just there you go, insert. Right. So what I want to have is oh my goodness. No, 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 don't fuck those up. Do not fuck those up. Hold on. I'm just snapping. Fuck. Right. Just no, I didn't mean to move it. That's close enough. Oh no, I feel so bad. Right, feel so bad. Right, there's not the point anyways. Right, so what I want to have it, so he da, da, da. No, I don't want to add any cabs. I want to add a driver. Use the sample. Herbs. It's really been a long time since I did this. Might need to grab a video. I feel like people don't people don't want to admit like when they're a little bit outside their area of expertise. And this is outside my area of expertise. I ain't afraid to admit this. I make models. I repeat, I do not make rigs. I mean, I like making rigs now. But when it comes to control rigs, boy oh boy, live out of my area of expertise. Alright.
And then because it's in the center, I don't need to worry about it being, left or right. All right,
Yeah.
cool. All we got to do now is select these left-sided controls, go to armature, go to
Symmetrize.
symmetrize.
Yep.
And it will symmetrize those bones. Cool. And nice thing is that because we
Actually, let
duplicated
me put
all
this
those
over here
joints,
so you guys
the
can see.
orientations of all of these are exactly the same, which is great. All right, cool. So I'm just going to show you how to do one or two sets of blend shapes, and then you can kind of do the rest. I'm going to do a time lapse complete.
Am I back? 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 Oh boy. Am I back? Are we back? Okay, the frames. The frames are looking good. The frames. Come on, frames. Okay, I think... Oh, I'm back. Okay, apologies about that. I forget my internet is... I forget sometimes I live in a rural, rural little fucking city. I say city, it's not even a city, it's a town. It's not even a town, it's a village. So a rural village in the middle of nowhere, my internet is very limited. I mean, I pay a lot to get a decent internet, which is concerning. But okay, yeah, my thing decided to conk out me. I'm gonna have to do that on my phone then. I'll be back. I'll be right back. Right, guess who's back, bitches. Right. Got my phone, so I can do this properly now, hopefully. So you know what? Let's turn this all the way up, and you guys get to see absolutely nothing. Value settings here, we're just going to give it a driver, so the value. Oh, that's what I forgot to do. Okay, you know, I know how to do everything else now. I just forgot to do this one bloody. I One day I remember my dumbass forgot this one goddamn. That's all it takes. Is like this is how I am with cooking, and like this is the reason why I cannot cook for the life of me. Is I would know every like single step to make like a cupcake, but then I'll forget like the one major important thing. And yes, once upon a time it was flour. Right. No, I don't need the bone. I need right. Add driver here. Right. Shit. I've forgotten the variables. Uh. Scripted expression. This looks good to me. Oh no, I want it to be the Z location. Objects. Armature. Oh, here it is. Why did it? No, I'm not gonna question this. Ash. I need this to be blink. Control blink. Control blink. Okay. So if I do times 100. Update dependencies. Those. Yeah, that's not what that's meant to happen. Look at that. Okay, maybe I might have to do a bit more because this one's has to go quite high. If I go to do I have this to 1,000 then? I think 1,000's a lot though. Still, something is like wrong here. Oh, it's because I didn't update it. Hold on. Update dependencies. Go back to the bones. That's much better. Look at that. Oh, I feel so much better. Oh shit, sorry, Scar. I didn't read. Shit, I live in a city and still have shit internet. Yeah, I think it's just depending on like the like carriers and like your area. Because the reason why, so my family thinks I'm insane, but they forget I have a fucking like. I feel like we forget like certain things about our family because people forget. My brother used to work for a phone company, like a not a phone company, but like a provider, and I'm like, I had like a little conversation, and I'm like, yeah, it's not like you see adverts all the time saying, oh, they can promise you this, this, and this. None of those promises matter if you're not in the cell range. If you're not in the range of the like one of the cell towers, it doesn't matter who you go with. And so he explained to me, you need to find out, have a do like an investigation of all the cell towers in your area and find out which ones one is the closest to like the certain things. I couldn't find out about the second one because some information is, you know, private. But the first one I knew the closest was this company called Rebel. I didn't know this company, but I just knew that Rebel was the closest tower to where I live. And I discussed it with my brother, saying if I go with like EU, BT, or if the closest tower is so and so, so far away, where you've got this unknown little company called Rebel that's closer. And he's like, yeah, if you go with Rebel, you'll get whatever speeds you like, whatever contract you go for, they can provide that speed to you, depending on whatever contract I went for. And you know, they was actually quite cheap. They were quite cheap. I think it's because they're an unknown company, so they had like better deals. Um, but for like what I was even shocked is if I stay with them for a whole year, I got myself 100 quid from Amazon, and I was like, what? 100 fucking quid for Amazon if I just stay with you for a whole year? Sign me up. And so I think it was last year. Last year I like got the 100 quid Amazon, and I was like, I bought myself like a bunch of shit from Amazon. Oh, that's a lot better than the options we have here. Yeah, I don't know much about how it works in the city because I feel like no matter what, like, no matter if you go for the closest, like, tower, the problem is the traffic. The good thing about living in the rural city, there is no traffic because there is very little people out here. And even, yeah, in my town, like in my village, there are like, it's filled with, I would love to say this is I'm saying this in the most like respectful way possible. It's filled with old people. When I mean old people, I mean old people. Um, but I mean that's not a bad thing necessarily. There are a couple of people my age here, but they're all disabled like me, because we all live in the same fucking like flat block. But it's the good thing about it is it means that there are rarely anyone that goes on the internet here. When I like send out for information or send in information, there are no issues. Like it goes smoothly. But in a city, when you're surrounded by hundreds of thousands of people, there must be so much traffic because all that data is going up to a satellite, and then when it comes to bounce back, like there must be so many buffering. I wouldn't. I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't be able to stand a city. I found this out when I was very young. When I say very young, I mean when I was in college. The very first time I went to a city, which was London, because we went for a museum, and I also went again the next day for a gaming convention in London. And both times I despised it. I mean, I really enjoyed it. I love learning. But the reason why I despise it, there are so many fucking people. And when I mean so many people, I meant that at one stage I curled up into a ball in like a dark little fucking corner just to calm myself down. That's how I probably you know what that probably should have. I think that would have been like a really big sign that I'm fucking autistic. Yeah, that I'm looking back at it, I really should have realized. I despise like I mean I even have my headphones and sunglasses on and it was still too bright, it was still too loud. And these were really powerful noise cancelling headphones. I still have these headphones because they work a charm. Actually, funny enough, I use it for my son because my son despises my Hoover. My Hoover isn't that loud, but I mean, it's still quite loud though. Bless him, he covers his little ears because he hates the sound. So what I do every time I see that, I put the headphones on him, and he just has this big old smile because he can't hear anything. He can't even hear me. If I were like, I could be right next to him, talking to him, and he can't hear me because all it is just like mumbles. Or I don't know. I don't know how to explain the noise cancelling headphones, but they're amazing. Um, but yes, I even with their noise cancelling headphones, it was just still too loud. Still like how anyone lives day to day in a city, I cannot comprehend because I still struggle in the little village I'm in. Like there are at maximum 30 people in my village that lives here in the houses. So even when I go into like let's say I go there's a small like little super like Tesco superstore, and if I were to go inside of it, at max I will see five. Minimum is like one or two. And like that just goes to show you how little people are here, which I love. I love it with all my heart. Uh I like when I first moved here, I was a bit worried because oh sorry my nose. Hold on. Right. I was a bit worried at first because like all my family and all my support is back in a city, well not a city, like a town. I mean, it's getting as big as Ipswich. I can't say it's not turning into a city. Um, it's not as big as a city. I say it's like about a quarter or half of Ipswich. It's a very big town, and it was I did struggle with where I lived before, and my parents realized this. Like ever since I've lived here compared to back there, they realized the big change, not just in behaviors, but I go out way more. If you can eat and sleep, it's enough to live in. And yeah, that is literally all you need. All I need is one like little fucking corner shop, and I'll be happy. That's all I ever need, just to get like the basic supplies of like milk, bread, and everything. Because I get all my stuff delivered to me. Because honestly, I don't know, like without a car or a way to carry back all the bags, how people do shopping confuses me because like how am I meant to walk back with like six or like eight to nine bags of like really heavy shopping? To be fair, I do like most people go like shopping like every fortnight, and I don't. I do my shopping for the whole month because I despise shopping. It's to be fair, my despising of shopping is valid. I like I just I just hate like the people and then like the waiting and then going through like things. I mean, I have it delivered. Even online shopping, I like avoid doing because it's just boring. I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's boring. Is that a valid excuse? Shopping is boring, so I just try and get it over and done with. Am I weird? Am I weird for that? And it's not just with food shopping, it's also with clothes. I I despise clothes shopping with a burning passion. Like I could bring up one of my family members to confirm this. especially younger me, if you were to get younger me to go clothes shopping, it's almost like you're trying to drag a fucking like. Have you ever tried like dragging a dog out for a walk when it just refuses? That was what I was like. I was just howling, just like whining not to go out because I despise clothes shopping. I have currently the same fucking outfit in my wardrobe. I have I have five like these puffy. Think of a Starion shirt from Baldur's Gate 3. I have like these white puffy shirts. I have four of those. And then I have like three yeah, I say about three black trousers and then um no, I say about four black trousers. So I've also got that one. I've also got one skirt, but I just refuse to wear the skirt. But I do have that skirt, so technically I have five. That's it. That's it. That's all I have. And then I have a bunch of like PJs. Literally, the only thing I ever buy are PJs. I have like Batman PJs. I have like these cool gaming PJs. Like, and then I have these like really fluffy PJs. Like that's the only variation you will see in my wardrobe is my PJs. But when it comes to actual clothing, I just have like these white polo shirts, these white shirts with these black trousers. That's it. I have the most form like, and also my coat. I only have no, I do have two coats. I have two coats. One coat is a trench coat, like a brown trench coat. Yes, like Castiel's come at me, um, or like Constantine. It's like one of those trench coats I have. Castiel or Constantine or I think who else wears a trench coat. Not doesn't matter. And then I have a like really big puffy like waterproof coat when it like either really snows or when it rains or when it the usual. I'm getting so distracted. Like it's funny because I make these streams to help me not get distracted and like get some work done. And then people ask questions like this. And I get distracted for a good solid 30 minutes answering the question. I can see how I'm a professional yapper now. I am a professional net yapper. I will go on. Honestly, I love it though. I mean, I love yapping away. And I don't get the opportunity because in real life, I really struggle with talking. And I wouldn't say talking, but just like socializing. And I mean, I really struggle. Like, I don't really talk, especially if I'm with strangers. You won't hear a peep from me. But even with family, I rarely. No, I yap a lot when I'm with family. I mean, not like extended family, but I mean like close, like my father, my mother, um, my son, that lot. But big extended family, like cousins and stuff. I'm very quiet. Yeah, I say I'm very quiet when it comes to extended family, but strangers you won't hear people. And that's a problem because I especially love it when a stranger talks about a subject I love. Like, let's say one of them talk about Has Been Hotel or something like that. Um, or like the Mighty Nine because that the new episodes of those came out. What else new episodes came out? Oh, Fallout. Actually, that's a better one because that's currently being released. If anyone mentioned like Fallout, the TV show, I'd be like, or even the games. I'll just start like yapping away. And I wish, but if it's a stranger that starts talking about Fallout, I'm as silent, but you can just see my eyes. My eyes are like, I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you. Let's talk. But then I don't actually say that. I just say that in my mind. I'm like, I want to be friends. Uh, only if, right. I'm getting so distracted. Okay, back to doing the drivers. Right. Right, so if I have this as 100, what do you mean incorrect Python expression? I'll show you an incorrect Python expressions, mate. Fuck you. Oh, hold on. If I do, oh, it's because I put a fucking space, isn't it? Right? Oh, okay. I'm gonna do this then. Now if I do, oh wait, I'll move the browse like if that's not correct. Okay, so that's not. Mm, distance. If I go for 2000, now if I go to, that's much better. And then if I give it a limit constraint, limit distance, or do I do location? I'll go for limit lo distance. Uh, I'll go for 1 meter. Fail to set. Oh, if I go to object. Does it matter? Fail to set value. Okay, maybe I can't do it on a bone then. Maybe I have to do. How do I do a limit location then? Yeah. We'll do as. No, I'll list it on all these. Oh, I know what I'm doing wrong. I'm in the wrong fucking mode. Right. Now that I add a limit distance. Then limit location. Now if I do. How far is a meter? Oh, a meter is far. So if I do. I don't want it that high. So if I do. Have it as 4,000. 0.4. 0.4. Oh. Okay, that is not 4 meters. I said 0.4. One day. I did not mean to. Zero, 0.4? Swear to God, this I did this once upon a time and I've forgotten how to fucking do it. If I was in edit mode, and then limit distance. How much already? I just want the fucking bone. I remember doing this once upon a time, and now I've forgotten how to make everything. Hold on, let's see if once upon a time. I remember doing this once upon a time. It's so funny, like it's true when people say if you don't use it, you lose it. Ah, bone constraints. Here we go. My, this should not have taken as long as it did. Right, bone constricts. Limit distance. Here we go. Blank. This one so it despises me. 0.4. Blank. Why do you despise me? Do I need to be in edit mode? This object then. Blank. I'm about to you outside the fucking world. Blank. You good, mate? Yeah, let's do location then. Uh, 0.4. Oh, okay. Was it? It needs to be 0.4. If I do 0, it despises me. Transformation? Don't understand. Why? This should be so simple. Honestly, no, fuck it. I don't need limits. I don't need limits. I'm in control here. I'm just not gonna be a dumbass and forget where the fuck I put the... Right. And now, if I do the same on this side now... control driver... No, what am I doing? Looking for the fucking shit keys. Right. I blink. Right. I was panicking. Do you know why I was panicking there for a second? Was I don't know if I got my lefts and rights. For once, I actually got my lefts and rights. Right. Right. So times 2000. The location, and then this for the blink. Uh, blink, and then that's one space. Right. Now, honestly, I should have probably done it downwards. Now, when I move these two up, perfect. Look at this. It's beautiful. Like just questioning everything. Oh, now I have got to repeat this process. Ah. Right, I have a notepad. This. Oh, up is meant to be my eye wide. Oh, hold on, I can fix this. Right. Wait, if I go back to pose mode and then clear transfer. What I want is when it goes like this. Uh, open driver. If I have it as divided by, divided by, no, no, still up, isn't it? I can fix this. It isn't divided. If I do times negative 2000 and update dependency. Let's close. See, I remember it takes a little bit of experimenting just to remember how to do certain things. Open driver. Correct. So now if I go downwards, like, look at that, beautiful. So now if I have it as open wide, just a minute. I look wide left. Right, so now if I do not sure. This needs to be positive. And then location. Now if I open shit, I did it on the wrong one. Hold on. I thought it was on the other one. Uh, Alright. Update dependencies and then go back onto this one and open edit driver. Control. View the rotation. And then times 2000. Look at this maths. Yeah, fuck you, maths teacher, who said that if I had, like, the one thing my maths teacher hated me is I always had the right answers, but I just never showed my methods. And I despise my maths teacher for that because it should not be based upon a fucking because everyone has their own methods, and it just drives me up and like it drives me just up the ante every time someone's like, you should hold on. I just need to make sure I did this right. So now if I go to me, if you just have the correct answer, I feel like you shouldn't have to show your methods. And I okay, clearly I fucked up on something. Driver. Ah, rotation. Needs to be the location. I was wondering why I was like that wasn't working. I was like, huh. I wide, I wide, I shut. Right, and then I need to do the same on the other side. Yeah, this is literally what it takes when it comes to making what's it called? The drivers, but it's a repeat process. You have to keep repeating the process over and over. Also I'm still butthurt about my what's his name? I can't remember my maths teacher. I remember one of my science teachers because he was the most laziest fucker in the universe. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Mr. Baxter. Anyways, not the point. The point is, my maths teacher despised me because I had the right answer, just never like the right method. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I could just do maths in my head. It's not my fault I can do that shit. But it wasn't good enough. Yeah, like that wasn't a valid excuse. Which fair. But still it still bothered me because I'm like, it makes no sense. Honestly, I think it's just the whole school system makes no fucking sense to me because I can understand some parts of like some parts is like useful information, but others is not. Like, if you're a builder, I can understand why like finding the area of a circle is important. Or like if you're becoming a mathematician or something, I don't know. But for someone like me, how does finding an area of a circle help? Hmm? Hmm? Exactly. To be fair, English literature did help me a lot when it comes to like creative story writing. And not just that, even language helped just with like creating sentence structures. But that like I feel like school needs to like because with especially with technology, I feel like the like school needs to be centered around the student rather than the curriculum. Because the curriculum I understand why the curriculum was made, but it's been over 100 years and the school system has not changed a single one. You know what has changed? Fucking everything else. Like even factories, like companies and all this. They've completely changed. But you know what hasn't changed? Schools. And you wonder like why we're slowly like why students are slowly struggling. It's because the system that like they're in currently was not made for the current times. It was made for a totally different area. Like, I mean, you could already start to see the school struggling when like mobile phones and technology and the internet got involved. But now with AI, I feel like there needs to be a restructuring on the school because they need to understand that with the element of AI now in like implemented, they must see clearly they must see that school is no longer working. And it's just like you're trying to stay in an era of an age that is like not made for the current era. Like people are gonna struggle if it's not adapted. Like I've always said this is humans are great at adapting. When you don't change, this is where we start to struggle. And I feel like this is the reason why the current like there's a current crisis going on. Is because we just seem to forget our basic fucking function, which is adapt. We adapt. That's always been our like that's all what humans have always been about. We adapt to the whatever's going on. And I feel like with the new within our own society, with the new things that are coming out, we're not adapting. And it's the reason why we're struggling is because we're not changing it up. I know a lot of people are afraid of changing it up because, you know, that's where mistakes can be found. But the mistakes are part of the learning process. Nothing is perfect. If it was perfect, everyone would be fucking doing it. Sorry, that's my TED talk about why the whole system is fucked. Right. Let's find out if now if I do this, so going down blinks. What is this? Right. Down blinks, up wide. I know it's very like not as obvious with the wide. There you go. So this fucker bugaboo controls. That is perfect. Okay, now I need to quickly see if this affects. No, this doesn't affect the. That's good. That's what I want. I don't want it affecting other things depending. It should only be the transform. Okay, now I need to quickly see the link. I said clear all transforms. Using where? You are not clearing. I love it when this happens. I don't. I really don't. If I do this now, does it blink? Okay, no, it doesn't. Good. Why is this being awkward? Thank you. There we go. So the good thing about that means it's not. I mean, it shouldn't work. Like if it did, all that would have told me if that did work is that I one of my key blinks was world or local transformation rather than just transformation of the bone. That's the reason why I test that is just to make sure it works correctly as intended. I rather double check and make sure it's safe. Like I rather just waste like a little bit of time playing around and double checking that my thing like my code is working, than going back I'm finding out later where I cannot change. I mean, you can change it whenever. That's the beauty about Blender. You can change whatever you want whenever you want. I think the only times you cannot is when you're rendering. But normally you render out one image first, just to like check if everything is rendering up to what it needs to be, which I often don't do, and you can tell by the amount of bloom, like the amount of glare. But everything's a work in progress, I like to think. Yeah, 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 yeah. Is it? Now my brain's just going on a crazy shenanigans. Is shenanigans the right word to use there? I know I'm saying shenanigans because that's what I made the title into. Because this I am so I should be doing my game, but I need to complete this first. And like I'm using this as an excuse to I mean, I've been working on this for like a couple of days now because the reason why but I probably should explain this actually. The reason why I'm working on this is I need to make a cutscene for the early access of my game. Uh, and for the early access, I wanna do like a little cutscene for now to explain it's a work in progress because I'm making my game slightly meta, slightly like fourth wall break. And so the intro to the game is gonna oh my voice. It's fine. My voice is fine. Just give me a minute. Sorry about that. I realize how weird that's gonna look on like my model with like no noises, no sounds, no nothing. On my model, you can just guess what I did there, because I'm not telling you. And I'd be interested what people will think I did there. Not the point. Not the point. I'm getting too distracted. Right. What was I saying? Right, I was gonna make an intro, and I need to do all these little animation tidbits to make because I'm not just gonna be animating the intro to my game. I will also be doing some small little animations to just improve my. It's because it's been a while since I've done some animations. I realized this when I made the video of Gigolo. I mean, to be fair, I did make that in 2 days. That small little fucking animation. So, like, obviously, when I make the intro to my game, that's going to take a lot more time because I need to make it look proper. Um, I think I can do that. I think I can do that. Yeah, it's been a while. I won't lie. It's been a good solid. When was it with Blue Sky? Think I would say 6 to 7 years. And to be fair, when I worked for them, I didn't actually do much animating. I was more on the modeling side. Hmm. I mean, even then, I did like, because the one great thing when you work for an animation company, you can just like just have a look at what your co-workers are doing because like each one have their own like little things. Like there's one person for texturing, there's one person for rigging, there's one person for doing everything that I'm currently doing. There was someone doing a separate job like for doing it. Like there was one person that created like the bones, like the skeletal structure. There was one person that added the IK system. There was one person that made the control rig. There was one person that did the texturing. There was one person that did the materials. There was one person that did like everyone had their own separate job for all the parts of like what I'm doing. I mean, to be fair, I think there was like three or four animators because this is the part that I have the biggest interest in is animating. And I was watching the person just doing the basic, what's it called, blockouts. But there were people that were doing something called splines, or like the implementation, which is what I'm slowly learning at the moment, because I didn't realize what went into 3D animation. Well, I mean animation in general, because implementation is also, I mean implementation is what 2D animators called smear frames. But for 3D, we call it implementation because with 3D, it's the movement itself. Rather, we can't call it smear frames because the reason why smear frame is called a smear frame is because it's the in between of two 2D animations. Like two drawings. It's a animation like a drawing that was in between. That's the reason why it's called a smear because it's just crazily exaggerated. For 3D, you can't. I mean, you can exaggerate. You can exaggerate certain things, but usually it isn't. It's usually the movement between one frame and another frame, which is why it's called implementation, because it's the implementation between the two frames. Rather than it's basically how does one movement gets to the other, basically. Um, and so that's why I struggle with the implementation. I mean, Blender does a little bit of automatic. Oh god, my arms. I feel like my chair's gonna break any minute. So at any point of the stream, you just see me fall or yell. That's because my chair broke. It might trust me. My chair is on its last legs, and when I say it's on its last legs, I mean it's on its last leg. Like it's gonna go. Like I can see like the snapping. I can sort of like see the snap. Like you know when you look at like a very tight piece of what's it called? You know when you see like a really tight, it's a rubber band. You know when you stretch it really far with a rubber band, you can see like when the like when it's about to snap because it starts like I wouldn't say pulsating, but I'll say it starts to like show like or like a piece of rope. A piece of rope starts to fray when it's about to break. Basically, I can see that my chair about to snap. It's like got that like that what's it called? It's like isn't quite the rigidness. I would say it's like it's the what is it called? It's not the rigidness. It's like there is an explanation here, which unfortunately I cannot think of currently. I will figure out in the future. I think. Who knows? Anyways, not the point of this. I'm getting so distracted once again. I feel like this shouldn't be called devlogs. These should just be called Kipper gets distracted for 2 hours. Even saying that is just really, really nice considering. Ugh. What day is it today? I'm getting way too distracted. Right. Right, what was I doing? Okay, I did the wide one. I need to. Okay. Squint right, okay. Right. So squinting, hold on, let me just do this from the, there we go. Right. Squint, squint, squint. I despise this with my being. Hold on, can I think Control T. Okay, maybe it's Alt T. And is it shitty? Remember, it's a button that does T, and it gets rid of all this shit. Oh. Shit's the wrong side. How do I get rid of this side? It's been a while for my shortcuts, I won't lie. Right. Right, blink. So I need to go back to pose mode. And what I need to do is squint. Squint left. So make driver. Uh I want it to be the X location. Armature. Blink. Transform space. It should be still the same times 200, 2000. Right. This is the now if I go to right. Interesting. Okay, perfect. Right. Now if I do the same on this side. Squint. Squint right. Lose a while. Add driver times 2000. 2000. Amateur. Squint. Lose a while. I blink. Control. Looking for blink right. And then transfer space. So now if I update dependencies, now if I go back to this, this should be the eyes all done. So open wide, I shut, and then squint. I mean, I know I could just do, if I wanted to do squint, I could just do this. But this is the actual squinting one. The reason for that is the way the cheek moves. You can notice it slightly here. And that's the kind of animation I want, is where the whole facial body, the whole thing works, where every little movement is attributed to the emotion I'm trying to do. And it may not always work because I don't have every single emotion. I just have the basics. Because originally I wasn't planning on doing this for animation. I was originally planning on. I was only planning on making a VTuber. But then things get away from me. Like with me, like a tree, like a sampling tree will turn into this ginormous oak tree just from my plans. Is that the best way of explaining it? Like, my question here, is that the best way of me explaining this? Can I explain this? Oh, okay, so it crosses my arms when I do this. So if I do, I can clap, sort of. If I do this is the closest. I'm gonna have to work on this. This is where I want. This is why I want to get arm trackers because I feel like arm trackers would be perfect for me because the amount of times I use my hands to talk about certain things. Um, what I mean by that is I use my hands to express myself, and it's not on purpose. It's like it's the one thing that bothers me is I've been told I do it on purpose, and I'm like, I hate it when people like it's my ultimate pit. Like, if you want to trigger me, if you want to rage bait me, say I said or did something that I didn't do, and be very affirmative on it. That will get me to rage because I'll be like, no, I didn't say this. No, I didn't say. Oh, I didn't do that. I will get very, very. I mean, if you prove me wrong, I will admit my faults. I'll be like, apologies, I've forgotten. I like deeply apologize. But if I am right, then go fuck yourself. Because I don't like it when people say I did or didn't do like something. Because I'm like if I did something, I'll let you know. If I didn't do something, I'll also let you know because that's the kind of person that I am. I admit my faults. I really do. If anything, I probably focus on my faults a bit too much. Like slightly, and like a slight tad bit too much. Which isn't the worst things in the world. But maybe it's not like the best thing in the world, but you know. Yeah. I like it's a work in progress. We're all works in progress. Nobody existing right now is a finished product. Everyone is still a work in progress. The only ones that are finished products are the ones 6 feet under. Is that a morbid thing to say? I feel like that was a morbid thing to say. I apologize. No, actually, no, I don't apologize. I'm morbid. I'm not afraid of being morbid. Huh? Like you got like a issue with the dead? I don't know why I'm getting like trying to run like people. I'm just going insane apparently. You know they did like isn't that the thing that it wasn't Einstein? Who was it that said that? That was it Darwin? Like if you do the same thing over and over, is the definition of insanity. I feel like it was either Darwin or Einstein. It's one or the other. Like they're the two crackheads of society. One of them, one of them probably said it at some point. Actually, honestly, both of them probably said it at some point. Right. What was I doing? Right, I need to look at my list. So I did this is done. So let's get rid of this. Yes, I use Notepad. Judge me. Judge me for using Notepad because like it's really funny. I use notepads for my like all my notes, but I do have something called sticky notes in which I should use this more often, but I don't. I use Notepad. Like sticky notes is a lot more better than Notepad when it comes for notes because I can just like I can just drag one. Hold on, let me. Here we go. I can just grab one of these and keep that there. Um, and it'll stay there. That's how helpful like these. Oh, I've done this one now. That's how handy this little thing is. Oh wait, hold on. I need to. Right. Sorry. I think I've gone blank. My mind. I think my mind has actually gone blank. I blame the meds. Right. What was I saying? Oh, sticky notes. Yeah, I have literal sticky notes, which are a lot more useful. But I don't use them. I use, you know what I use? Notepad, which as soon as I like, it's funny if as soon as I click onto this, it tabs out onto the other thing. So it makes no sense to use this, but I still use it because I throw it onto the other screen and keep it there. It's really funny because I mean it shouldn't be funny, but it's funny to me because I have an actual application that's a lot better for notes, and yet I still use Notepad. Right. Draw forward. Right. Draw forward. So what I need is I feel like this is in the wrong place. Mm, Alex for draw. Yeah. Okay, hold on. I need to look how fucking look how perfect I made my retopology. Beautiful. Right. I need to go to this and go to edit mode because the drawer itself needs this is drawer. Yeah, I just need one. I don't need two. This one can get gone. Right. I probably should put this at the bottom. Oh god. What I should do is put this at the bottom. Because it is, oh god, it is meant to be the drawer on. Right, so now if I go to pose mode. Oh, right, and then set bone color. I love the bone widget. Now if I go back to the jaw, draw forward. So the draw forward is, well, draw opening needs to be down. Draw forward, we can have it on the y-axis. Times, if not, it's minus, but I think it's times 2000. I mean, we're gonna find out. Right. Armature, and then draw, and then I need to have it on the y-axis, and transform. Activate dependencies. Now, if I go to pose mode, it's the wrong way. Okay, I need it to be minus. Minus 2000. Update dependencies. Close mode. Yeah, perfect. Go forward. Now, if I go back to pose mode, what I need to do is so draw forward. So then draw left. That driver needs to be x-axis, x location, transform, launcher. Wow. Transform needs to be draw. Control. The draw. Huh? That's what confuses me. Control. Oh, there it is. Control. Okay. For some reason, it just bugged out on me. Right. So this needs to be times. Is it minus or plus? No, I forgot. Oh, one day I'll remember if it's positive or negative. Oh, update trend, update dependencies. So now if I go back to those, and then wait, what? Wait, what did I do the fucking right side? Wait, did I do the right? Hold on. Did you just do the right or automatically? Yeah, that's it. The driver, armature. Oh. And this needs to be the minus one then. Times minus 2000. So now if I go to of course, these are exaggerated positions, so this will look exaggerated. So, transforms. It's fine. Right. Now, if I have a drawer open, I want it to be on the Z axis. Yeah, this one gets deleted because no one likes the most mouth flows. Driver. Get this to be Z location. Armature. And then draw. Ooh, transform space. There we go. It needs to be times minus. Then let's test this out. What is it? Oh, minus is up one. Oopsies. Hold on. Edit. Driver. Update dependencies. So. I will need to add these drivers onto the other parts of the bodies, but me, this looks good. Maybe I should have it as 2000. Maybe 1000 is good enough for the drawer open. Let's why is it the y-axis? Hold on. Did I accidentally change something? Hold on. Oh, it's the Z location. Yeah, no, Z location. Oh, it is minus. Now if I go to pose, it really is. I'm using like 210% of my brains to work this mess out. Yeah. Okay, here we go. That's better now. Now if I go back onto this one, and then I love this. Beautiful. Alright. I think my favorite one is just this one though. Just to be able to just do. I will need to add drivers onto my other parts because this is just the like the main head. I will need to do it on the jaw, like the mouth, the tongue, and everything. So you can see why this takes so long is, I mean, once I get this all sorted, I'll never have to touch it again. But it is, I am kind of sort of happy. I mean, I've done the bare minimum at the moment, and as you can see, it's quite a lot. But I'm giving life to my creation. Beautiful. Oh, I need to do the eyelashes as well. Oh, I forgot about the eyelashes. Oh, I forgot about the eyelashes. How do I forget about the eyelashes? Oh, it is easy that I do easy to forget eyelashes though. Honestly, I forget majority of the time anyways. Interesting. Mm. Sorry, I don't know why I just zoned out for a second there. I was just thinking. Hmm. I'm just thinking, should I do a texture? I wonder if I can rig. I should be able to rig a driver to a texture. So this is what I'm currently thinking. I went silent there because I was just debating whether or not to do this, and I feel like I should. But I feel like in the long term, it will really help me out, and it'll look quite cool if I do it correctly. I like that. That's the answer there. If I do it correctly. But here's the thing: is in the gear widget, bone widget. I need to be. I think I need to. No, I'm in the right mode. I need to. Where's my bone widgets? Oh, is it rigging here? Yeah, it is. There is a gear icon. Oh, sorry, there's two. Sorry, apologies. Let me correct myself. There are two gear icons. Um, and I remember seeing on TikTok there was a creator that did a gear widget to change the textures of the eyes. I'm just wondering if I do one of those, but change it so that the skin will go like human, and the hair will go like blonde, and the eyes will change as well. So every time I rotate it, it changes the textures. Because that will look so cool, having my character transform into human mode. What I'll do is I'll have the ears pull back behind the ears. Or disappear. Or disappear. That's I won't add actual ears to my model because I'm too lazy to model some ears. And you know what? I can do this great animation trick of just hiding it. Or I can have it so it just like moves behind. What I could do is have my ears move to hide behind the hair. Because I could have it in the future where someone sees the ears that's just like tucked behind the hair. That could be a good fucking reveal. Or like if someone moves like the hair slightly and did you see like a little bit of the siren ears? Hmm. Could be a good story plot point. Well, a good reveal plot point. And then it will also be a good way to fight the eras when in human mode. Hmm. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. Mm, mm, I'm just thinking. Do I add that though? Is the problem? I mean, it will help me with the animating of it. Just switching it to it, and I can have like a cool effect happens when it does. But that'll be like that'll be VFX. That won't be to do with because I wonder if I can add a driver to certain things. I see. Here's the great thing about drivers is you can do some crazy shit with it. That's why I'm just currently thinking. You know, funny enough, using this empty brain for actual information. I know it's shocking. God, I really gotta think about this. Well, you'd think it wouldn't be so much thinking, but surprisingly, there's a lot of thinking. I'm just grabbing my phone. I say I'm grabbing my phone. I've got two phones. And you may be thinking, why do you have two phones, Kipper? Are you hiding some sort of dark secret? No. No, it's funny because the reason why I keep my old phone is sorry, I just blanked out there for a second. Yeah, no, the reason why I have two phones is one of my phones broke. Okay, when I say broke, it has like this massive um white like the screen broke up slightly, so rather than seeing the screen, I see like this white and green breakage thing. And not just that, the back on it's also broken. And so my lovely father gave me one of his old phones, which is fucking fantasy, mind you. It's not like one of these fucking cheap fucking things. No. This is an expensive phone. It's actually called a brick phone. Because it's meant for like if you're like me and you have very fucking buttery hands and you keep dropping your phone, this is perfect because I can drop it without like worrying about breaking it. Honestly, the amount of times I've dropped my other phone, it's a bit funny actually. It's not. It shouldn't be. I should correct myself. It shouldn't be funny, but it is funny. Um, I don't think. Why can't I think? My brain is really oh. It's really funny how much my brain hates me. I'll figure it out, don't worry. My brain will eventually get there. It's just getting there at the moment is the question. Uh, what am I thinking? One of these days I'll get my brain working. Uh, my brain, work for me, buddy, please. I'm begging you. Also, I just realized the title is called Devlog 1. It should be called Devlog 2. Right. It's you know what? It's fine. I can change it afterwards. One day I'll remember to change certain things. Oh God. Oh no. You are wrong? Am I wrong? Oh no. Oh. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Num. Oh God, that lag spike. It's a small. Oh, is it a small difference? Oh, it's a small difference. But you are wrong. Ah, fair enough. Negative energy exists. I mean, yeah. You can't get negative energy without the positive, and you can't get the positive without the negative. You got that yin yang balance. Uh, duh, 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 duh. My brain is seriously at 2%. No? Oh no? I could be wrong here. Duh, 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 duh. I'm trying to remember what I'm doing. One of these days. You can have purely negative energy because of antimatter. Well, antimatter is just the space between two atoms. So technically you can't have antimatter without matter. So once again, yin and yang is the reason. No, it's not. Yeah, no. Seriously, matter like antimatter is literally just the opposite of matter, like the atoms. Do your research. You'll find that it's true. So there is a yin yang. You can't have antimatter without matter, mate. It's the beauty. It's a beauty of the world. There's an opposite to everything. Right. I am looking, but welcome in the Snangle cluster. I am currently trying to sort out my notes because my notes is mess. Sorry, I should have actually have my notes on this side. The reason why I have it on this side is so I can see it when I'm modeling on this side, not modeling, when I'm doing the drivers. So next is the mouth. So the mouth bone. Antimatter is the opposite of matter, but it doesn't depend on the matter. Past a certain point, they can be independent. Nothing in my point of view, nothing is ever independent. I've never met a single thing that isn't reliant on something. The only thing I could possibly think is nothing. Just the actual nothing. And if you were to say everything is the opposite of nothing, that would be actually incorrect. Because nothing is nothing. It's like, was it, when you try and divide 0 by any number, like, if you tried doing 5 divided by 0, it's still 0. That's the exact same thing with nothing. Nothing is not, like, the opposite of everything. Everything is its own thing, where nothing is, well, nothing. There is nothing that can be attributed to nothing because it doesn't exist. That's the only thing I can think that isn't reliant on something else. In your point of view, and you are confusing opinion, and the fact now I'm now saying you're right because you say so. I mean, technically everyone's right and everyone's wrong. Like it's the beauty of the world. It's the most beautiful thing ever. Is because of everyone's point of view, and everyone has their own point of view. Like it's this is the one thing I always love is two people. Oh, what's that picture called? But there's a picture. There's a picture of someone that is looking at a road. Not a road, was it? At something. But someone else is looking at it from a different perspective, and they're both arguing over the perspective they're looking at it. And that's the same with point of views. Everyone has a different perspective of how they see things. So everyone is technically right, and everyone is also wrong because it's everyone sees things differently to everyone else. And it may be this may confuse people because people are like, no, there has to be right and wrong. But right and wrong are social concepts. We created the definition of right and wrong. But technically, by a universal standpoint, if you were to look at like other like probably if we ever find aliens and look at their society norms, we realize that right and wrong don't exist. It's only the now and then that matters. But so people are so caught up about being right and wrong, they don't realize there is no correct answer. It's like the question, what's the definition of the universe? There is no answer because we cannot possibly comprehend that sort of question. And it's the same with that, is what's beautiful. Right. Sorry, I'm getting so distracted. Mouth funnel. So I'm looking for the mouth. This is this one. What is this bone called? This is called mouth paw. So this being the mouth. So this is the mouth stretch. Oh no, this is no, it is not. This is the smile slash frown. I realised I want to change them up because this one would make more sense to be the smile frown. And this one is more stretch. So the pull would be the pucker, right? Yes, I feel like the pucker is this one. Yeah, apologies. Like I know people like to be right and wrong, but it's the beauty of when you're talking to me, no one is ever right. Like even I'm not right. Like I am not right, I am not wrong, and it's the same person that I'm having the conversation. We're both not right or wrong. We just see things in different. From a mad perspective, yes. Uh, like it's their point of view because they've never been into outer space and seen that the world is round, or perhaps they never like they just it's from their point of view. They believe that the world is flat, and from their perspective, because they've never been to outer space and seen that it's a globe, it's understandable that they believe they are correct. Which they are correct from their point of view. The world is flat because they can't see the curve. So yes, flat earthers are correct, and they're also wrong. They're like it's the great thing. Answers don't matter because answers are just what we as like humans, from like a human standpoint, see in a social economic thing. We need the answers, so we put down the answers. But technically, the answers are not like there is no correct answer. That's their point of view. Do you know the difference between a fact, whim, opinion, and impulse? Well, that's the thing is, once again, facts are a society. Like as a society, we all say this is a fact because we all believe in this answer. But for someone else, it might be a totally different fact. Stop for a second. I want you to answer my question. No, 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 no. Oh, am I getting this the wrong way? Do you know the difference? Yeah, I know the difference between yeah, I know the difference between a fact, opinion, and an impulse. But the matter of the fact is for like for someone else that may not be the thing, because these are all like, once again, social concepts. These are like, it's the same with time. Time is a social concept. Time doesn't exist, and the same thing goes for facts, opinions, and impulses. They're all non-existent because it's something that as a society we created to get the illusion of control. Can I explain to you why your understanding is false? Oh, I would love to hear. I would love to hear your argument on this. This is actually really fascinating. Right. Uh, Yeah, but all right. So if this is the smile now? Yeah, this is the smile. So if I add this pulse, right. If the smile and frown, so up and down is smile, smile, smile. Mouth. Right. Uh, oh God, I realized how much I did for the mouth, and now I despise myself for doing so much. Right, smile, left. Right. Add a driver. So mouth up and down. So this needs to be Z, that location, transform space, and then times this by 2000. Times 2000. And then amateur. The left one. Oh god. Like, oh no, my driver. Where's my driver gone? Right. It should be correct. So now if I go on to this, pose. There we go. So I need to do the frown for the opposite. It transforms. That's messing up my transforms. Master science can only be proven with no exceptions, and if we find a single exception, it's seen as false. That is scientific method, not social, not culture. Either it's right every time or it's wrong, and that's how we prove things. I'm gonna say I disagree on that fact. So once again, maths and science are created by society. Uh, the reason why we created maths and science is to explain something that we it's to explain certain things that are pre-existing in like the thing of, but that's the actual time. And like, so for example, measurements, let's say a liter. As you all know, measurements in different, like in different countries are have like different measurements because everyone measures differently. It's like with the Celsius and temperature. We as like each, I mean, it's not just society, it's just like countries as well. Countries have their own attribute to science and maths. No, 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 you cannot understand it, but you can't disagree by your own definition. Yeah, no, that's the beauty of these concepts. These concepts are created to help us get an idea of control. Because if we were to just like not like put labels on things, people would not be able to comprehend certain points. That's the reason why we label things, is to get the conceptual concept of whatever we're doing. Uh, Either objectively wrong or right do not exist, and I am wrong, and you are wrong, or you are wrong. Uh, yeah, that's the beauty. Is my understanding of the concept of right and wrong could be wrong by someone else's standpoint, and that's the beauty of it. Is that's the beauty of this. It's like, what's it called? It's the paradox system. Like, who made, if Beethoven was killed, and this, like, from the future, no, this time traveler from the future goes back in time, accidentally killed Beethoven, but he was lucky enough to bring Beethoven's manuscript. Who was the one that originally wrote Beethoven? And it's that sort of paradoxical thinking that is the beauty of the universe. Is the concept of thinking itself at that point becomes like a question in itself. Is it right or wrong? And this is the thing I absolutely love talking about, because the actual concept of right and wrong is as different to as like trying to argue right and wrong about the concept, if it right is the concept of right and wrong is a paradox in itself, because once again, if right and right doesn't exist, how can we argue about if it's right or wrong? See? Do you see the beauty in that? I love these paradoxical thinking. It's I think it's just because I love the idea of concepts, the concepts of certain creations. It makes you okay. For maybe it might be just me here, but it makes me think, like, okay, if the concepts of like right and wrong isn't to question when it comes to paradoxes, how did the paradox come into play? How did the concept of a paradox exist without the definition of an argument? And the stuff like that just makes me smile, because just thinking about that is, I mean, I know it's crazy, because guess what? I'm crazy. If you think you can win an argument with me, boy oh boy, like, you could talk to anyone in my family, I will drive you nuts. I'm a known rage baiter slash crazy talks slayer. I will drive someone crazy rather than, I mean, here's the thing is, I will discuss the standpoint, but at some point in time I will just start to drive you crazy just because I can. And it's the beauty of, I mean, when I first started doing this, it wasn't on purpose. I just like to have a long like philosophical debates about things. But I notice I can drive people crazy with their own logic. And it's a talent that I didn't realize that I had. Because here's the thing is, I didn't realize this. I have a talent in which I can find any fault in any logic. Don't ask me how. I've always been able to, when any time in arguments, just find the fault in their logic. And it makes them go crazy, because once you put, and it's any logic, by the way. For example, I once had a debate about someone about their moral ethics about certain, like, okay, I was talking to a racist, um, and we was having a debate, and then I find a fault in their logics about race, because I can't remember the actual, like, point in the logic, but basically, like, just to summarize it, I basically say, okay, so if it's this, and this, that's like, if it's the biological components of a black person that you have an issue with, why aren't you sexist? Because women are biologically different to men, and yet you'll find with white women, but not like black men, because black men are closer in biological components than women, a white woman, and like that sort of like fault in the logic just makes them like the brain just shut off. Because it's the great thing, is why I love talking to people, especially if they're like completely different moral ethics to me. I adore having debates. To me, it's a debate, but potentially to them, it's an argument, which is fine because that's their point of view. But a lot of the time, everything I talk about is always a debate. I never argue anything because the whole point of an argument is there's two disagreements. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just like finding faults in your logic. It's not disagreement. It's just because I can understand. It's the beauty of why I am the way I am. Is I can understand. It's probably why I can probably find their faults is because I can understand their like mindsets and find a fault in the logic because I understand it. Because I can see from two different viewpoints, I can see how the logic can be faulty. And it's stuff like that where I can just break people, and there's a beauty in it because I don't know. Maybe I'm just a lunatic at this point. I think this is a confirmation that I'm a lunatic. But the beauty of the mind is there is no right or wrong answer. Like there have been many philosophers that try to explain this point, but a lot of people can't comprehend the concept because it's always been a concept that has always been difficult to discuss because saying that it's because like I said, it's a paradox. I am just yapping like no tomorrow. I'm getting way too distracted. Right, what am I doing? Mouth. This is shit. How have I fucked this up? Wait, did I have it so it's on the? Oh no, it's this one. It's smart, right? Yeah. The reason why I'm doing it to this one as the smile is because I realize this one's more better for smiling. So since I've done that, I need to do left, left, left. Right, left round is down. Add a driver. Right, armature. But yeah, I am a known rage baiter. I will drive you insane just because I can. Just because I can. Edit. Right, so this needs to be the z-axis. Minus times minus. I feel like a mathematician, but I know what I'm doing is is minimal maths. And that's what's sad about this is you think, oh yeah, it's a great maths thing that I'm doing. Nah, it's basic maths. Right, so now update dependencies. If I go back to this, and I said back to this. Oh god. Pose. There we go. Because I don't have, here's the great thing about this, I can just move it slightly up and down. Just so I can get that little bit of movement. Right, leave user transforms. Okay, one thing I want to just double check. Let's double check. Ah, see, this is what is concerning. Is that went down, didn't it? No, it's gone up. What? No. This is. Hold on. User transforms. Now, if I do. The drawer's gone to the left, hasn't it? It looks fine, I think. Oh god. Yeah, it transforms. Shit, no, it is moving. It is to the side, isn't it? It should be local transform, not global. Why is it global transform? Hmm. Global transform. Why is it not? Hmm. See, this is interesting to me because it's. I mean, I could always moving. Yeah, see, that's. Ah, I see what the issue is. Hmm. So the issue is it moves. Hmm. By that logic, if I do this, yeah, look, you can see that the draw's gone slightly to the left. Let me just double check I did do these drivers correctly. It should be local transform, but if I did it incorrectly, mm, if I go to drivers, I could do these on edit driver, transform space, yeah, transform space. Wah! Haha! And so now if I go oh my goodness, did I just find, I fixed the problem I think, hold on. Right, so if I go suppose, now, if I look over here, yeah, look at that, oh no, shit. The draw's going to the other side, isn't it? Hold on. If that's the case then, perhaps it is edit driver. Transform space. Hmm. To be fair, I should be able to just fix it manually. Why does that happen? This is how it should look. If I cleared user transforms, for some reason it. I don't know why that's happening. That's interesting. Hmm. I mean, I could just manually adjust it, which isn't too much of an issue. But I can see that being a future problem. Just gotta think how I'm gonna fix this correctly. Hmm. How do I fix this correctly? But anyways, my time is up. I do apologize that I cannot be working on this longer. However, I've made some arrangements with certain family members that I will be on in about an hour or two. So I need to eat. Need to eat, get ready, and do some other thingamabobs, a couple of chores. I'll figure out how to fix this hopefully before my next stream. I'm hoping in my next stream I'll be back in Unreal Engine working on my game. But I do need to get this done before then. I don't know why. Why do you not like me? Is a good bloody question. See, this doesn't like to reset, and I don't know why. I mean, I can manually reset it by doing this. Um, it just drives me insane because I don't know why it's doing it. Right. I do need to fix the drawer though. The drawer is going to be an issue. Anyways, I am not going to be raiding anyone. You want to do that again? Hold on, hold on. I'm going to have it do it again. For some reason, my thing decided, nah. There we go. Right. As you can see, the stream is ending. And the reason why I'm not gonna be raiding anyone is I can't stay. I like as soon as I say stop streaming, I'm rushing out my chair, getting prepared, getting my dinner, getting my dinner, lunch, um, getting basically ready. So, it's been lovely talking to you all, and hopefully I'll see you next in the next one. Bye bye. That's all, folks.